Hello, welcome to our Amplified Life. Oh my goodness, Amy and I are so excited to be here with you today, and we're going to share something that is fairly basic and rudimentary, but I don't know that we've ever done an entire episode on this, and it's just really vital to dressing your best. So today is all about base neutrals. Now, I don't think you're ever going to catch Amy or I saying you can't wear a specific color, but there are definitely colors that work best for different skin types or tones. So that's what today is about. And if you are finding yourself in the like you're a warm undertone and you have a closet full of cool things, then never fear. There's different ways that you can help address that and then slowly transition your wardrobe over if that's something you're interested in. But we're just going to have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to do the warm undertones. Amy's going to do the cool undertones, and we're just going to pass it back and forth. So first of all, you can probably see from the grid here behind me, there's lots of navies and browns. Greens are another great color for warm undertones. You can see I'm wearing our replay top, which I absolutely adore, and our chocolate ganache skinny cords, which, I mean, really, if you can dip yourself in chocolate, why wouldn't you, right? That's my thoughts. And then I added a fun little leopard pump with just a kitten heel, which my back definitely appreciates to kind of top this all off. But this is just a super comfy outfit, but it also is honoring the fact that I am warm undertone. Also that I love color and pattern. So as you're building your wardrobes, you need to be thinking about that. You know, some of us want solids and that's it. Some of us absolutely love pattern and color. So make sure that it's accurately depicting where you're at. I'm going to share just a couple things here while I have this. First is this wrap. This is going to be the perfect wrap for your more warm undertones. You can see all of the fantastic mustard and camel coming out in this, but never fear if you're a cool undertone, because our design team came with the serpent wrap, and this is just the most beautiful piece that if you are cool, throw this on, you're going to want to go. Also, I really love this for petite gals because there's just a lot less fabric to it. So that's just a little peek into what I'm going to show on the warm undertones, and I'm going to let Amy take it away with the cool.
I love that, Rebecca. And we also want to remind you that there are cool and warm tones to every color in the rainbow. So one thing that I have noticed is that many times people are unaware what undertone they look best in, but they naturally gravitate to the undertones that they do love, and that will tell you. So this is sort of something that you probably already do and may not understand why. Also, one thing, I grew up with these rules that said I should never wear gold, I should only wear silver, and that I knew I had a great undertone as far as my makeup goes, but I didn't understand why. And you know what? I love wearing gold, and that's a warm undertone. I do have on our stellar necklace and earrings today because it really is pulling all of these cool tones, but I have learned to love to mix metals just as much as I mix print mixing. So keep it in mind. There are ways, like the wrap that Rebecca just showed you. As a cool tone person, I would probably wear our little gray slinky turtleneck underneath it to pull the cool undertones out of the wrap. So we don't want you to feel like you're in a corner and in a box, but we really want you to understand why these things may feel organically better to you when you put them on your body. Okay, I want to show you my outfit first, because just because you're in a base neutral does not mean it has to be boring. Rebecca just showed you her awesome replay top, and also that is one of my favorite tops, even as a cool tone person. But I am wearing this very cool, it's called our Charisma Cami. It's got the two-tone and the texture right there with the lace overlay, and it's our textured sateen fabrication, which is amazing. And then I have our barrister trouser. Now I want to back up because I took this cool tone theme right down to my toes, and I've got on this very cool baby blue stiletto boot, which is so fun, and our barrister trouser, and I've tied it all together with our staple scarf. Our staple scarf, ladies, has both warm and cool tones in it, so you can put this around your face and you are just fine. One thing that I think is very important to look at is that all of these pieces, even though our base neutral here is going to be black or bright white, they can be pulled together and create texture just by adding in different shades. So if you really like the matchy look, you're very monochromatic, you can do that with the simple shades of gray or the charcoals that I have back here. You can do it with different fabrications. None of it has to be muted and boring, and that's the one thing we want you to know and understand. Also, when you get into animal prints, bright whites are cool, as Rebecca said, oatmeals, that kind of thing are more warm. So I love a really cool bright white snakeskin, but you'll notice there's gold accents. So really, really fun thing to do. What I have back here are just some different pieces on the line that I think are absolutely fabulous. I want to take our snug cardigan, and I just want to show you how, even though I am wearing base neutrals with different textures, if I put this on and a layering piece, it is almost exactly the same tone as the barrister trouser, but because I'm wearing this cute cami, I am going to zhuzh this up and do this backwards. If you have not seen this little trick, it's amazing with our snug cardigan. So I'm going to turn it more into a shrug. And if I get it straightened up here, you'll be able to see how fun the texture is with this. And as I turn around, you get to see the cute little charisma cami hanging down. My eye is drawn up. I've got a little bit more tight here with loose and baggy on the top, but I'm completely head to toe monochromatic in this cool tone. But it doesn't have to be boring, and that's what we want you to know. You can be very matchy, or you can print mix. All the same, it's still going to be fantastic. I'm going to turn it back to Rebecca, and then we're going to teach you how to pop some color into some of these pieces that we have from our collection and kind of show you where some of those hues come from. And so I'm really excited to show you why and how I picked a few of these colors. Rebecca, what do you have next?
As Amy had mentioned, each color can have a warm and a cool, and our design team is very, very strategic about how they're designing things to make them multi-purpose and cosmetic on so many different skin tones. That is another plus in the pro column for wearing cabbie clothing. Now I want to bring out our checkout blazer because this is a perfect example of what we're talking about. So this blazer, as I bring it up closer, you can see it has a classic navy base, which we call balavy because it's very deep, dark navy. And then it has black throughout. So this is another piece that whether you're warm or cool undertone, you can grab this gal, and it is one you probably want to add to your wardrobe because whether you want to wear it with the matching trousers and have a very nice soft suiting option, or if you want to pair it with a graphic tee and beat up jeans, it's just as comfortable both places. So make sure and maximize that. Our Contessa tee is another nice navy piece that I paired that to just kind of create a column of color. We do have a pattern on the bottom with a checkout trouser, and then this straight navy top that has the beautiful asymmetrical detail. Amy had mentioned that she could wear the gray turtleneck underneath the warm toned travel wrap I'd shown. That is something that you can always keep in your back pocket. Wear a scarf that's in your skin tone. Wear jewelry that's in your skin tone. And that just kind of creates a visual break. Also, there are different times of the year that you can wear different colors, and your hair color dictates a lot too. So if you're one that goes kind of deeper, warmer fall colors with your hair color, you may find that you need to do a shift in your wardrobe. Likewise, in the summer, when I have more of a tan, I'm able to wear some black pieces. In the wintertime, they completely pull any sort of color I do have from my face, and it is not a flattering look. So I completely avoid black in the winter. So just kind of pay attention to the seasonality of what you have as well. I thought I'd bring this up and show, just like Amy was talking, with the bright white of the cools with the warm white of the warm. So this is a nice little visual of what we're talking about there. So you've just got more of a creamy undertone to the whites that are fantastic for warm undertones. And then of course, your rich chocolate browns. So this is my black in this deep dark chocolate brown, and that is what I'm best in. So whereas Amy probably really loves the grays and blacks, me not so much, I'm going to gravitate more towards the black or the brown and the navies, excuse me. So Amy, let's see what you've got to mix it up and add a little spark of color to those base neutral outfits.
Okay, well, one thing that you are going to notice if you go back in time through our playlist, and now that you're hyper aware of warm and cool tones, you're going to notice that Rebecca generally always covers warm tones, even when we don't say or speak it. And I generally always cover cool tones. And it's interesting because that is what we naturally gravitate to. So it's really fun now that you're aware to kind of go back through our playlist. We have so much you can binge on and start pointing out things that we wear. And that also might help you learn this amazing little quick tip. One thing that Cabby, as Rebecca said, that our design team does so well is they do things in a way that maybe you're unaware of. So when it comes to people saying, I don't know what I can wear with this, or I don't know how to do that, one of the little cheats I give to them, or if you're beginning print mixing or anything, is go to a printed pattern in your closet that you've bought from Cabby, and it is going to automatically have those colors put together. And I'm going to use our cloud cardigan as an example of this. So it's very subtle. This has both cool and warm tones, but because I'm cool, it really helps me pull some things out. The background of this is actually warm. It's more of an oatmeal tone to it. Within the printing, there's brown, very earthy hues, but then you're going to see the pops of some other colors, such as the greens, the sages, and the lavenders. So for me, this is perfect. This is one example that can go both directions, warm or cool. And what you wear with it is really going to pull those tones out. So I took this gorgeous sagey green, and to me, this has such a beautiful, beautiful, cool tone. However, if I were to take like a vintage scarf, okay, that has those browns, and there's both warm and cool in this as well, but the taupe background makes this much more warm. You could then pull some warm tones out of the sagey green. So to me, this is very cool. But as Rebecca was saying with the scarf and the cape, really what's closest to your face is what's going to make it look that direction. So I just had to show you this really cute ski lift puffer. I'm in Utah, so this is all the rage. Also notice I didn't change what I was wearing. I just put this great pop of color on. Now, some other great colors that are coming out of our cloud cardigan are Elsa's Frosty Blue. Okay, you'll notice this is gorgeous against my face. It actually really pulls out the blue in my eyes. It does not wash my face out. And of course, I had to put on my little blue booties. Those of you that know me know that purples are my favorite. So we have our tally top, and then this gorgeous, I can't remember, I just got Cabby amnesia. It's called our quiz top. They both have this cooler undertone, especially this one. You're going to notice there's charcoal grays and everything in there. And so these are great layering pieces for me as well. And I just wanted you to see the variety here. Now, there are pinks that I love, but I tend to gravitate to more gray undertone pinks, but there are some colors that really some people will wear. Some that people are either a hot no or a hot yes on are yellows and reds. And that's because they can kind of go either direction. And if it's more of a strawberry, a blue raspberry red, I'm all about it. If it's more of a cherry red, you're going to see Rebecca in it. So that's just an example of reds. And I think she's going to cover that here right quick of how we can pull those colors in. And I'm going to let her go ahead and show off the next few pieces, and then I will wrap it up for the day. Rebecca?
Well, I thought I would throw this little cloud cardigan on quick just because Amy was talking about it. And you can see how when I pair this with the warm replay top, how it just really pulls some of those more warm colors out. So here's a visual of what she was talking about. And yes, so there's also, this is very, very basic, ladies. So we can go more in depth in future episodes or one-on-one in our coaching with you, but there's all sorts of different ranges of hues and saturation, and some of us are going to look better in pastels while others are going to like the very vibrant colors, and that's going to make our skin tone come alive. And so just know that we're sharing this information at a very basic level for you. And there is so much about color that we could talk about. This could probably be a 10-hour course. So, okay. I did pull this Avita coat because when you traditionally think about warm, you think about red. But again, our design team is so very smart because there's some very cool reds as well as very warm reds in here in this pattern, and it just mixes so beautifully with both skin types. So wonderful there. I also grabbed our garden blouse with this rich green base, and then all of the taupes and caramels and brighter pops of green coming out. I think those are absolutely gorgeous with our cords. And then our waffle tee in this caramely brown that is so nice and bright. It looks fantastic with the navy, but you can also bring it over with the brown, and it's phenomenal there as well. It's almost like your own pumpkin spice latte. And I know that's going to trigger some of you because it's 100 degrees out, but there, I said it. All right, and then we have our trail cardigan. Now this is another one that is a chameleon, and I'm finding it works basically for every skin tone because we have a marled yarn in here. So you have the navy base, but then look at all the different colors that we're pulling out with that marled yarn. So again, a basic piece that's going to be wonderful. And one last little piece I want to share before I pass you back over to Amy for is this roundup dress. So this is one that if you're at one of our trunk shows, you've got to get it on your body. Not only does it feel amazing, but it is super, super sweet. So this can go extremely casual with riding boots and just a fun, casual vibe, or this is such a gorgeous face framing collar. You can absolutely dress this up with some drippy diamondy earrings and some strappy heels and go to town. It's going to have you wrapped in comfort. It has pockets and it's just so luscious. So don't miss this piece, but that's in another of our fantastic navy pieces. Amy?
Well, we hope that you've enjoyed this and maybe taken a little bit of knowledge and you can put that to work and to action in your closet. This may be the reason that you have that gorgeous yellow top or dress that you just put on and never wear it. Or maybe you have all the navy in the world and you can't ever understand why somebody loves black so much. Well, we hope that this has answered some of your questions, and we love bringing these episodes to you. So please don't forget, comment, share with your friends and family. Let us know what information we haven't covered yet that you're dying to know. We are so excited to bring you more and more every single week. and we brainstorm all the time. So any kind of information that you want to know about, we would love to dive into that for you. So that's all we have for this week. We will be back next Friday, as always, for a quick little video on any kind of fashion tip that may be around the corner. Thank you again for joining.